Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here again. You know, there's something that has been on my mind for quite some time, and I think I want to share it with you. When it comes down to the Bible, many of you believe the Bible. Many of you try to say you believe everything that comes out of the Bible. Well, that's neither here nor there because whether you believe it or not, you don't act it. So belief has its weight. Yet, the Bible is quite challenging to some people, even though they might not follow it. They might feel that it is the righteous thing to do. They just couldn't comply or chose not to comply. But when it comes to me, I listen to the Spirit. Personally, I listen to the Spirit of God. In the Bible, they talk about men who listened to the Spirit of God. And it seems very stupid for us to study about men who listen to the Spirit of God, but we choose not to listen to the Spirit of God, but we listen to others talk to us about men who did listen to the Spirit of God. That doesn't make any sense to me, especially since I listen to the Spirit of God. And the Spirit of God sometimes does not agree with stuff that I read in the Bible. You know, for instance, like thou shalt not kill, and then other times telling you to kill. See, that makes God sound like me. That makes God sound like a human being. Can't make up his mind. And I can't believe that because I look outdoors, I see the grass grow. I see grass, even though it goes away, it comes again. I see the sun rise. I see the day and the night. So I'm not buying the fact that this God is out of whack. I don't even know what God is. Forgive me for saying he is. I've just been trained to say that. And even then, if I'm reading the book and the book says that representative of God, son of God, look like me. I mean, I read the words and the word says it looks like me. Me meaning dark skin, white hair, woolly hair. And then I flip the page and they got a picture and it looks nothing like me. It looks like my total opposite. Not only my total opposite, it looks like one who called themselves slave master. Now, that might not be suspect to a lot of people, but that was suspect to me. I can see. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that evidence isn't there. That evidence is there. I'm not gonna close my eyes and act like it isn't. Now, when I hear them say that Jesus Christ, the begotten Son of God, you've read it, you've heard it if you haven't, came to the earth as a sacrifice for God's created man because that man failed God who had been given a capacity to fail, to choose, to make a choice. And having made a choice that was unacceptable, a son was sacrificed for what we humankind have done. If we can accept the fact that this one who sacrificed is from the Son of God, is the Son of God, and that he represents truth, glorify the Son who have died for my wrongdoings. Now, that's like reading the scripture and not following the scripture. Glorify the Son for what he has done, but not doing what the Son did. Something is wrong with both of those pictures. And the reason that something is wrong is because it keeps you, it keeps us, it keeps the world in the position that it's in. No change. It keeps us dead. Now, I contend that if Jesus went to the cross, now this is the Spirit speaking to me. This is no scripture. This is the Spirit speaking to me. If Jesus came here and lived amongst us and did all of the righteous things, not necessarily saying he did, but the scripture says he did, all of the righteous things, and doing the righteous things was a different representation of the ways of the system, the ways of the government. It was different than the ways of, it wasn't against it, it was just different than the ways of the system. And those who call themselves teaching about the spiritual things, his teachings, Jesus' teachings, were different than theirs. So what happened? Those who were talking about God didn't want to listen to Jesus. Those who were talking about systems and government didn't want to listen to Jesus. So they conspired to do what? To kill him. And Jesus didn't let this stop him. Why? Because he knew the end of the story. Now, this is the end of the story as it was given to me. Jesus walked doing the righteous thing, glorifying the creator of the earth, glorifying the creator of humanity, glorifying the creator of life, glorifying the creator of all existence, every step of the way up to that cross. Every nail that went into his hand is glorifying the master. And the master wasn't Satan. The master wasn't white man. The master wasn't black man. The master wasn't woman. The master wasn't man. The master was invisible, but was God nonetheless. What was he saying to us? He was saying to me that we got power over this. We can't say, well, we're bound to this have handcuffs over us. We got to be here. So we got to conform. If the Republicans want to start lying and cheating before us, then we got to accept it or join them. No, Jesus is not saying. Jesus said, come on, baby. Put up your dukes and walk on up to that cross. Nail my hands, nail my feet, pierce me in the side. Whatever you got to do. You ain't scaring me. He's saying to us, don't let this fear you. Do the right thing. Do the right thing, because the same God that was able to stand your tail up right there in the middle of that stupid cesspool that you are in right now is able to raise yourself in the paradise that you're fighting for, the paradise that you're standing and giving representation for. No, you're not going along. You're not going to go evil against the people. You're not going to compromise and allow evil to exist, because you represent what is pure beautifulness. And before you conform, you will walk straight to the cross and let the world know that God's plan is better than this. And God's plan is that if you can turn your back on this, if you can tell the devil to go to hell, and you walk to the cross, that same God that allowed you to live in this hell will raise you on the other side in paradise. I don't care what the books say. That sounds better to me. And I'd rather live that God's representation as he has shown it to me gets heard than conforming, watching people suffer, government making monkeys out of everybody. Look what is happening today. Nah, I ain't going for that. I give God the glory any day, and I'm offering God to you, but the choice is yours. Until next time, A. Marcus say bye-bye.